In 2008, a handful of young adults visited Ukraine. It was here that they saw children being separated from their families and taken to be raised in orphanages, sharing a firm belief that children belong in families, not on the street or even in institutions. They knew they had to do something about it. So, these young adults pulled up their sleeves and got to work. They built roofs, outhouses, and provided heaters for crisis families in Ukraine. Micala Siler was one of them. A family for every orphan began. Quickly, they learned that preventing a child from being separated from their loving family often meant providing for a vulnerable family's physical needs. Under Micala's leadership, A Family for Every Orphan quickly expanded and began targeting the root causes of orphanhood and institutionalization. She began working with local leaders in Ukraine who shared in AFFEO's passion to see children raised in families and were already working to advance family-based care. By focusing on preventing family separation, equipping and supporting caregivers, promoting family-based care and orphan awareness, and working at the government level to improve child welfare policies, AFFEO became a force for good. Micala's vision for a world without orphans and sense of urgency ignited a passion in other leaders around the world. In 2011, Micala led a meeting with national leaders from various countries, which resulted in the genesis of many orphan and family-based care-focused organizations and expanded AFFEO's work to 9 nations. Today, A Family for Every Orphan continues to address the root causes that are sending children into orphanages and the broken system that is keeping them there. We aim to see thousands of children remain in, reunite with, or regain a family. Micala's heart and passion to see children and families lives on. Her core belief that all children deserve safe and loving families started our work, and her calling carries on in everything we do. In James chapter 1, verse 27, religion that God our Father accepts as pure and faultless is this, to look after orphans and widows in their distress and to keep oneself from being polluted by the world. As more children than ever are at risk due to the war in Ukraine, COVID, and global inflation, A Family for Every Orphan is committed to meeting the immediate needs of orphaned and vulnerable children and ensuring their safety and protection. We thank God for the incredible work and life of Micala Siler, for the vision and calling He gave her, which she pursued with passion. This passion resulted in tens of thousands of children being raised in safe and loving families and sparked movements that continue today.
The precious gift. Life is to be lived, not just the technical kind of living, when your heart beats and you breathe, but knowing the meaning of adventure through your very soul, and having accomplished a lifelong dream, then dreaming a new one. Just the word thrill sends shivers up and down my spine. I want to know danger and excitement and feel the sun and wind on my face, to meet a challenge and come back with a victory, and see the adoring smile of a small child. Yet, life is a precious gift that we are only borrowing, and the lender can take back at any time. So instead of waiting for the end to come, I'll make the end wait for me, until I've lived my life to its fullest.